look at that union of those edges that have been jointed. Now these boards are cut because it's been air dried, and you know what? I work with that. I can use hand planes to level this out. But to do the glue up, and we haven't done this much this year, so this is a good workshop. Use a good yellow aliphatic resin wood glue, and one that's really pay the most for the glue because you want these edges to last. And I make 2 beads, keeping it moving on one edge. And I know for the advanced woodworkers out there, they go, wait a minute, you gotta put glue on both edges. Yeah, I know, I get it. Okay, watch. Okay, with this live edge up, meaning the bark is on it, I'm just moving this back and forth gently, and watch what happens. Now, this is called sizing the joint. Voila. Hey, you got glue on 2 edges. And it looks pretty uniform, but just in case there are some dry spots, you use an acid brush to work that glue out. And the cool thing about doing it this way, you get just the right amount of squeeze out. And you don't have glue all over your workbench and all over the place. So glue ups are important, and temperature in your wood shop. Right now it's nippy in here, but it's still right at 68 degrees, which is as cold as I want to do a glue up. They say you can do it colder. Nope, not for strength. And once this cures out, it will never break at the glue seam. So watch what we do here. We lay this down now, like so, but the edges that are perfect, and it will be cut to finished length after we do the glue up. And the grain matches. You want to be careful about that. And I'm going to put one under first because I can. You want to alternate the clamps. Okay, and that looks good right there. Doing the same down on this end. And I'll show you the quick trick. Oh yeah, look at that squeeze out, that's perfect. And this needs to be pressed down because it's sprung up a bit. Boards aren't perfect. So you have to learn how to read the board and work with it. Pressing down. Okay, and look at that perfect squeezed out bead. Now, take a straight edge and lay it across there. I've got just a hair of daylight there and a hair down there, but that's nice and straight there and tight. So let that cure out for 2 hours, and then we can work with that. Now while that's curing, clean your glue brush at the sink, water-soluble glue, so rinse it out, and that'll last you years and years. And the next thing I'm going to do now, while that's curing, is take this ash board, cut it beveled on each end at 45 degrees. And to do that, I'm going to tilt this miter saw down. I'm going to have to move this clamp over here on this one. Okay, and then I know from experience, this extension on the fence has to come off. And I tilt this down to 45 degrees and then lock it in place. That's locked. And when I make the cuts, I want to plan this in a way that the scrap falls away from the blade. So the good end is right here. I'm going to cut some of the end off in order to get rid of a couple splits down here. Tight to the fence, down to the table, and I have hearing plugs in. Let's make that cut. Oops, gotta get dust collection on. And I'll do the same cut on the opposite end.